This week on Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News, a holy month for Muslims across the globe.
Ramadan is a month of celebration and reflection and coming closer to God.
The religious holiday coming under the shadow of war in the Middle East.
This Ramadan is very different than the previous Ramadans.
We just wish for God to send peace.
A look at the history of Ramadan and why this year's observance is especially important for Colorado's Muslim community as violence rages overseas.
Welcome to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm Colorado Public Radio's Nathan Heffel.
And I'm Denver7's Micah Smith. Each week, in a partnership between Denver7 and CPR, we'll have a real talk about issues impacting underrepresented people across Colorado.
Right now, Muslims around the world are observing the holy month of Ramadan. It's a month of social and cultural traditions like worship, charity, and fasting.
Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar and begins with the sighting of the crescent moon. It's an important religious celebration for the more than 1.5 billion Muslims around the globe, including an estimated more than 70,000 here in Colorado.
Muslims fast without food or water from sunrise to sunset, pray multiple times a day, and visit mosques more often. Muslim leaders say it's about reflection.
Month of empathy, of reaching out to those who are less fortunate than you and to provide their basic needs and necessities. So food comes first to help them break their fast.
We wanted to know more about the history behind the celebration and the importance of it to the Muslim faith.
So we talked to State House Representative Iman Judah, Colorado's first Muslim lawmaker and General Secretary of Colorado Muslim Society. Representative Judah, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start at the very beginning. What does Ramadan celebrate?
So Ramadan is a time of year where we celebrate the revelation of the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad from the angel Jibril. And it is a time where we really honor, our dedication to our faith, our supplication, our reflection, feeling with the poor, those less fortunate. And so, while we do these things throughout the year, this is a time where we really uplift those values and practices.
And fasting is a huge part of this. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So we fast from dawn to sunset, and during those daylight hours, we are abstaining from all food, drink, chewing gum, smoking, really any consuming of anything. And this really allows us a chance to refocus that energy onto our oneness, our faith, again, our dedication to God, and really what it is to be Muslim, and increase our way of life as we walk through this life of as Muslims.
Sure.
I know that there's a breaking of the fast each night, and that's a pretty social affair. Would you mind telling us what it's like to break the fast with your loved ones?
Yeah, so at sunset, we come together and we have certain traditions, and sometimes those traditions can be exclusive and unique to each family or even each culture. Muslims are one of the fastest growing religions in the world and the United States, and so we are definitely not a monolith. There are 2.2 billion Muslims in the world, and so how they break their fast in South Africa may be a lot different how we're breaking it here in Colorado. And so, it can be very communal, or it can be very intimate between your family or your loved ones. And so it's just a really wonderful way to kind of end that day, once again reflect, come together, and be grateful for the food that we have.
And I have a question in the sense of, is it a celebration? Is it not a celebration? I know some people say Happy Ramadan, and that may not be appropriate.
Sure.
Can we talk a little bit about that as well? Yeah,
so I think this month is in fact meant to be joyous, right? It is a time where we have this opportunity to uplift our faith and our values. Unfortunately, though, this year has really resulted in us being in grief. We're mourning, we're upset, we feel betrayed. And so by watching this genocide unfold in Gaza has really left the Muslim community, not just here in Colorado, but worldwide, pulling back on that joy and really recentering our prayers, our supplications, that energy towards the Gazan people right now and helping as much as we can.
Yeah.
Representative Judah, you have a lot going on right now. As a Muslim, you are observing Ramadan. You are the only Muslim representative in the state house. You're representing so many people. You have all these demonstrations going on at local city councils, and people want you to speak out, and they want you to add a caveat when you are speaking out. How do you handle all of this during a time that should be holy and reflective and you should be centered? How do you deal with all that going on around you?
Well, one, it is an incredible honor to be able to represent HD 41 in Aurora. I represent 85,000 people, but I am the only Muslim, I am the only Palestinian legislator, and I do not take that lightly. I understand that while I am representing probably one of the most underrepresented people in Colorado, there is a shared kinship of representing marginalized communities, right? And so that's not lost upon me. And so when I show up in places knowing that I have a different platform than other members in my community, I want to make sure that I am using that to the best of my ability, that I am advocating for Muslims, for Arabs, in this sense, for Gaza. People are asking me about Ramadan, about our, obligatory fast that we are meant to do during this month, but knowing Gazans can't intentionally fast, they are being starved, and that starvation is being weaponized. So it's not lost upon us that the stark difference between what Muslims around the world can enjoy during this month is not being shared with the 2 million people in Gaza.
And that brings it back to here with the focus on perhaps outreach to people who are not Muslim, who maybe have questions. How do you square that with people who say, hey, this is an important time, but can you explain it to me a bit more?
Listen, we are a minority in Colorado, right? And it's been very normalized for me and many members in my community to be that liaison, to be that bridge. And we happily do that. We welcome people into our places of worship, into our homes, into our iftar dinners where we break our fasts. But it is important that we do not forget and uplift how people can also help in Gaza. When we should be enjoying this month, when we should be increasing those supplications, when we should be in community and enjoying each other, we are forced to organize and talk about how we can shift the political landscape to put pressure on our elected officials, where we are having to really educate the electorate about how Arabs are feeling betrayed. I say all this to mean that while Muslims are observing this month, anti-war, anti-genocide, Arab Christians, Muslims, we are all in this together. And as cliche as that might sound, we're all feeling this pressure of having that joy robbed of us during Ramadan.
All right. Representative Iman Judah, thank you so much for joining us for this Real Talk.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We're just getting started with this Real Talk about Ramadan. Coming up, the holy month in a time of war.
A look at how Ramadan is taking on new meaning for the Muslim community in Colorado as the conflicts in Gaza impacts them here at home. Welcome back to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm Denver7's Micah Smith.
And I'm Colorado Public Radio's Nathan Heffel. Today we're having a Real Talk about Ramadan and its importance to the Muslim community.
Now this year, the holy month is happening under the shadow of the Israel-Hamas war raging in Gaza. Gaza's health ministry says more than 31,000 Palestinians have been killed since the conflict began in October.
The United Nations also warns a quarter of the population there is starving, and that 80% have been displaced by the war. More than 5 months into the assault, aid agencies say there are still widespread shortages of food, medicine, and clean water in Gaza.
It's led to a growing number of protests here at home as some activists call for peace in the region. Some Muslims say with everything going on, the holy month doesn't feel quite the same this year.
This Ramadan is very different than the previous Ramadans, especially for my own family. Our house is not decorated how we usually decorate it. Every night we come to the mosque, it's packed. And I think that there's a renewed sense of spirituality this Ramadan. We've never seen it this packed.
Joining us now is Muhammad Khalila, an imam at the downtown Denver Islamic Center. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, guys, for inviting me.
So, we just heard that it's packed every time you have, a service there. How does the ongoing war in Gaza shift the mood of this holy month?
So the war that's going on, it's actually making everyone sad deep inside. There's a lot of intrinsic sadness in the people's hearts, a lot of grief, a lot of reflection, a lot of frustration. Especially, we see a lot of people are complicit in that. Being the U.S. is very active in that war, in a way or another. So that makes a lot of members of the community, they do not know what to do. They are ripped off between the feeling of guilt that they have an easy life going on, but their heart is not at ease. Their fasting is not the same. They are fasting, they are doing everything that everybody else does, but every prayer that they are praying, they pray for their families, for the safety of their loved ones, and also for the safety and finding food for these people.
Even though the war is happening overseas, Mohammed, we are seeing some impacts here. Specifically, we're seeing a rise in hate crimes and threats against certain communities as that war continues. How does that impact celebrations surrounding religious ceremonies?
I see. So a lot of people will increase the security of all the mosques. Like, I've received a lot of calls from different mosques here looking for security guards, cheaper ones because they cannot afford like hiring a police officer off duty or hiring like a professional security guard. Some of the communities actually, they are standing in front of the mosque sacrificing their prayers because they want to make sure that everybody feels safe, especially children and women.
And that's different than other years?
The other years were not the same like that. We have seen Islamophobia have been existing across different parts of the modern history. Especially we see a lot of shades of it and a lot of facets of that. It can be like slurs, it can be verbal assault, it can be something even worse, and that's what we're expecting now.
And so does that make people afraid to observe this holy month because of that?
Some people are, to be honest. Like, we run a weekend school, we have some of the parents, like almost 5% of the parents withdraw their kids to learn the Quran and the Islamic rituals and the education for their kids because they are afraid that their kids are going to be hurt or anything like that. We had to lock the mosques. We're always scared of anything that might happen. We increase our security measures, of course, but with that comes a lot of financial burden in the community that's actually striving to make ends meet.
Other than security, Mohammed, what is your organization doing to try to really support the Muslim community during this time?
Actually, we went outside. We run food programs now for everyone, Muslims and non-Muslims. And it seems like that's our coping mechanism now, that we see people are starving, and then we run for our Denver residents and our neighbors, providing them food in the table, especially with the families with food insecurity. That's what we do the most here, raising awareness among the people, providing inspirational lectures, mental health counseling for families, talking to families. And honestly, all of this comes to the core of it, in the Muslim faith, that's finding solace in God. As God is the supreme one, the one that provides harmony and comfort, especially in that difficult time.
And what about outreach to the community during this time? For everyone who may be, fully aware of what's going on around the world, especially during this time, this holy month, do you reach out to them and say, hey, let's have a coming together, let's talk through this type of stuff?
We actually have daily iftar dinners in our mosque. That we expect around 70 to 100 people come every night to break their fast or to even observe what Ramadan looks like. Muslims and non-Muslims come across to observe what Ramadan. We visit actually some also places to talk to them about what Ramadan is and how Ramadan is challenging, especially this year with what's going on.
What is the importance of Ramadan to you, especially during this time, you personally?
Yeah, me personally is to find a lot of strength because a lot of people are looking up to me. A lot of people are are broken from inside, so they look for anyone that they can depend on. So I'm going through a lot of coping stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure on you.
There's a lot of pressure, and they're talking to some friends, especially close friends. You tell them like, it's really difficult to navigate a lot of things that are going on, a lot of suffering that's happening in the world, but also you have to provide answers to the people that say, why is this happening? Why is all of that suffering happening? And luckily, we have a strong tradition in Islam that sees a lot of suffering as an opportunity for different things that are actually better for the humans, because we not always see suffering in a black or white lens. We see a lot of God's mercy and God's mysterious working in place, and that helps me personally to navigate it with my community.
What is your message to the Muslim community before we go?
My message for the Muslim community is to always be strong. As the Quran teaches all of us from the beginning, that in strength we find a lot of hope. To be hopeful and to keep working, serving the community and showing the people who Muslims are and what real Islam is. And also to fight oppression wherever it is, starting from ourselves all the way across the world, because we're meant to be active in our society.
All right, Muhammad Khalila, thank you so much for joining us for this Real
Thank
Talk.
you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Still ahead, celebrating Ramadan in a new city.
We're talking with one woman about her experience trying to find her place in Colorado's Muslim community during these difficult times and what that looks like during this holy month. This is Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. Welcome back to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm Denver7's Micah Smith.
And I'm Colorado Public Radio's Nathan Heffel. Today we're having a real talk about Ramadan in wartime and its impact on Colorado's Muslim community. With the Israel-Hamas war showing no end in sight, it's been a difficult few months for Colorado's Muslim community.
And with so much tension and unrest, this time can feel isolating, especially for those new to the area trying to find their place in the community. So joining us now is one of our producers here at Denver7, Shanze Umarani. Thanks so much for joining us today, Shanze.
Thank you for having me.
So you and I have been talking about how you're adjusting to Denver and what that experience has been like, specifically when it comes to finding your place in the Muslim community. Would you mind sharing that experience with us?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I came from another big city on the East Coast. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. And so I kind of grew up with the community there, and I knew who to go to, and I had kind of like my people. And moving so far away from home and trying to re-establish those connections again can be very difficult, and especially in a time like this where, you know, admitting that you are Muslim can garner one of two different reactions. Either people are kind of accepting of it and they don't have a preference of what you religiously believe in, or they kind of jump to assumptions. And I mean, I've grown up with that, and so more so now than ever, I've had to kind of just teeter on who I'm telling these things to and how I'm verbalizing that to people.
And so when meeting new people, it is this kind of, well, do I say too much? Do I say too little?
Right.
So go into that a little bit more. How has that impacted moving to a new city? Because you said you just moved here recently, so this is new.
Yeah, this is all very new. Well, you guys are all very friendly here. Colorado and Denver, and in general, has been a very friendly place. But I have not seen as much diversity as what I'm used to. And so when I do see a sister in a hijab walking down the street, or I do see people and families coming out of mosques, I like get excited. I have an actual reaction to it. I just want to kind of run up to them and be like, you know, Assalamu alaikum. Like, it's wonderful to see my people here. But again, doing that in certain situations, you do not know what kind of reaction that's going to garner from the outside. Because some people don't feel safe even leaving in their hijabs, or, I mean, I know that even as I've grown up, when I would have to cover my hair, as soon as I would leave the mosque, I would tear it off because I was so scared of people seeing me in that and then unfortunately being targeted.
Yeah, and we heard from Muhammad earlier that mosques are targets, and he's, you know, providing additional security. So as you're trying to find your people, you're also dealing with this milieu, if you will, linking back to what's happening in Gaza. With that in mind, how has that impacted your adjustment to a new city? With everything happening in Gaza, everything in the news, we work in the news, and you're also trying to find your community that's pretty afraid right now.
Yeah, wow. I think, well, one of the main aspects of Ramadan that I tend to follow very seriously is that of zakat. It's one of our 5 pillars, and it means charity. And so since the war had started, and because we work in news, you know, you hear about all these aid organizations, whether they're UN run or they're run in Palestine, or they're international in general. And so it's helping not just one side but both, because if anything that Islam has taught me since childhood, it's that you accept people for who they are, and not so much turn the other cheek, but that you understand that there are hard times, and you're very emotionally and intellectually understanding of what everybody is going through. And so, if I were to donate to the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, I would find a corresponding Jewish or Israeli association as well to donate to, because those families are suffering. They have hostages, their loved ones are hostages. But I mean, hearing about it daily, seeing articles, pictures, following the citizen journalists on the ground, it can be very exhausting, and it feels very solemn celebrating this year.
And this all casts a shadow on this holy month, and it seems that it's impacting you and so many others in such a deep way. Does that heighten how you observe this holy month?
It definitely makes me more careful of who I'm telling. Because it's one thing for you to say, if your coworkers go out after work and they're like, oh, you should come with us. You go and you're not drinking anything, you're not eating anything. They're like, well, why aren't you doing any of that? And then explaining, oh, I'm celebrating Ramadan. You kind of get a weird look. Some people don't really understand what that means. A lot of people think that you can still drink water during Ramadan. That is not the case. But I'm just very skeptical of who I'm telling, just for my own safety.
Well, your physical safety and your emotional safety.
Yeah.
You have to put up that boundary because you just don't know how people are going to react. Shanze, you are one of few, if not the only employee at Denver7 that is observing Ramadan this year. What can allies and coworkers do so that you feel supported, so that, those of us who know you and love you want you to feel that? Walk us through maybe some steps we can take.
Well, the first thing is that I'm not new to this. I've been Muslim all my life. I have been fasting since I was about 10 or 11 years old. So there's no need to hide food. There's no need to hide any beverages. Please do not feel like just me seeing that is going to make me all of a sudden super hungry and you're going to hear my stomach rumbling. That's not how that goes. But I mean, just kind of asking hey, are you feeling okay? Especially with the hours that I work, waking up early in the morning. So after I've already finished eating for the morning, you can get kind of lethargic. So being really tired is something. I warned my manager that I would get, a little bit hangry because I wouldn't have my caffeine. And so it's those little nuanced things. That's if somebody was changing their diet or trying to supplement something else. Just treat it like that. I'm acting no differently than anybody who's doing intermittent fasting or who's trying out a new diet. It's just, for me, it's feeding my emotional and spiritual soul more than my physical body.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. All right, Shanze Marani, thank you so much for joining us for this Real Talk.
Thank you so much for having me.
And that's this week's episode of Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News.
Have a great day.